the political vigilante getting your news here, because the corporate media, they're not going to tell you. Just interviewed one of Joe Biden's accusers. It's like a several minute like excerpt from a long form podcast that she's going to put out there. Hats off to Katie for doing this, but this is showing who Joe Biden really is. And I'm going to get into all the other Joe Biden stuff. Ties to Epstein. Yeah, Joe Biden. There's a woman that was trafficked and raped by Epstein. Also trafficked for Joe Biden. Yeah. Any blue will do, gang. Any blue will do. So let's play this.
Interview that I did with Tara Reade. The full episode will be up shortly. As a warning, Tara discusses sexual assault during this interview. Tara was one of 8 women to accuse Joe Biden of some form of inappropriate touching last spring, after Nevada politician Lucy Flores alleged that the vice president inappropriately touched her during her run for Congress. Tara told journalists that in 1993, when she was a staff assistant to then Senator Biden, he put his hands on her shoulders and rubbed his fingers up and down her neck. But Tara says there's more to her story, and she considered telling it last spring. But after coming forward and being smeared as a Russian agent and being doxxed, she did not. We now know from Ryan Grimm's 324 article on The Intercept, Tara did try to come forward once again in January of 2020. Tara turned to Time's Up, the nonprofit dedicated to helping women in the post-Me Too world tell their story. But Time's Up, Ryan Grimm reports, was concerned such a political story involving a potential presidential candidate could affect their nonprofit status. So here, Tara finally tells the rest of the story that she hasn't been able to tell in the past. Not surprisingly, there are no witnesses to Tara's story of alleged assault, but Tara's brother and Tara's close friend, both of whom I spoke to, recall Tara telling them about the incident at the time. Here is an excerpt. I'll be releasing the full interview shortly, and this opens with Tara describing a superior calling her into her office to ask her to do an errand. So she says that she
called me in and said, I want you to take this to Joe. He wants it. He wants you to bring it. Hurry. And I said, okay. And it was a gym bag. She said, take the gym bag. She called it athletic bag. And, she said he was down towards the Capitol and he'll meet you. And so I went down and I was heading down towards there. And he was at first talking to someone. I could see him at a different distance, and then they went away. And then we were in like the side. It was like the side area. And he just said, hey, come here, Tara. And then I handed him the thing, and he greeted me. He remembered my name. And then we were alone, and it was the strangest thing. There was no like exchange, really. He just had me up against the wall. And I was wearing like a skirt and, business skirt, but I wasn't wearing stockings. It was kind of a hot day that day, and I was wearing heels. And I remember my legs had been hurting from the marble, of the Capitol, like walking. And so I remember that kind of stuff. I remember like I was wearing a blouse, and he just had me up against the wall, and the wall was cold. And I remember it happened all at once. The gym bag, I don't know where it went. I handed it to him, it was gone. And then his hands were on me and underneath my clothes. And, and then he went down my skirt, but then up inside it. And he, penetrated me with his fingers, whatever. And, he was kissing me at the same time, and he was saying something to me. He said several things, and I can't remember everything he said. I remember a couple of things. I remember him saying first, before, like as he was doing it, do you want to go somewhere else? And then him saying to me, when I pulled away, he got finished doing what he was doing, and I kind of was pulled back. And he said, come on, man, I heard you liked me. And that phrase stayed with me because I kept thinking what I might have said. And I can't remember exactly if he said I thought or if I heard, but it's like he implied like that I had done this. Like, I don't know. And for me, it was like everything shattered in that moment, because I knew like we were alone. It was over, right? He wasn't trying to do anything more, but I looked up to him. He was like my father's age. He was this champion of women's rights in my eyes. And I couldn't believe it was happening. It seemed surreal. And I knew, I just felt sick because when he pulled back, he looked annoyed, and he said something else to me that I don't want to say. And then he said, I must have looked shocked, and he grabbed me by the shoulders. I don't know how I looked, but I must have looked something, because he grabbed me by the shoulders and he said, "You're okay. You're fine. You're okay. You're fine." And then he walked away and he went on with his day. And what I remember next is being in the Russell building, like where the big windows are, and the stairs by myself. And my body, I was shaking everywhere and it was cold all of a sudden. And I don't know, I felt like I was shaking just everywhere. And I was trying to grasp what had just happened and what I should do or what I should say. But I knew it was bad because he was so angry. Like when he left, like I could feel, you know how when you know someone's angry, they don't necessarily have to say anything. Like he smiles when he's angry, and you can just feel it emanating from him. Like,
Do you want to share that thing that you said you don't like? You said like I don't want to say what he said. That thing he said to you.
yeah, I guess I could.
I mean, you don't have to.
It's okay. It's just, it's almost like giving a weapon to them.
How so?
Well, it's like, I don't want them to know how much it hurt. I don't, I don't want him to know I don't know. But
That
yeah,
like that you remembered it?
Yeah, just I don't know. But yeah, I can say it. Yeah, there was something he said that I didn't want to say, and I didn't want to say it because it's the thing that stays in my head over and over, and it's a thing that kind of stayed with me over the years. But he said, when he had me against the wall after I pulled away, and he had said, "Hey, come on, I heard you liked me," and I knew he was angry right after he took his finger. He just like pointed at me and he said, "You're nothing to me." And then he just looked at me and he goes, "You're nothing, nothing." And then I must have reacted. And I think he only said it twice. I said, but I just heard the word nothing. And I must have reacted because that's when he took me by the shoulders and he said, "You're okay. You're fine. You're okay." But then afterwards, like, it kept replaying in my head. And like last April, when all that stuff came out, I got really, really sad about it. And the thing that I remember most, almost more than the assault itself, was just being told I was nothing. And he was right. That's how people treated me. That's how office treated me. And I have no platform. I am no one. And to him, I'm nothing. So, yeah. So if people want to know why women don't come forward, that's a good example of why.
Stand by for the full interview.
Okay, so
what is there about this deeply unlovely city that's nurtured so much great music?
So that was on Katie Halper's Twitter feed. First of all, it's awful that happened to that woman. Just awful. And I give her credit for finally being willing, for coming forward, and for Katie Halper for doing this. And it just shows, like, this is the thing that I have such a problem with, is like the Believe All Women crowd. Many of them are just like, not all of them, but that many of them were just some of the Me Too movement. There was some good stuff that came out of the Me Too movement. Harvey Weinstein's in jail now. But a lot of the Me Too movement just seemed like angry Hillary supporters. And this is the problem, like, so believe all women except women that accuse Biden, except women that accuse Bill Clinton. Those women, this is the problem. People in positions of power abuse it, and that's just a prime example. He said, "You're nothing," right? When he was a senator, "You're nothing," and he just abused his power. And everyone she's threatened, they make people disappear. And Trump, how many women have accused Trump? They're all filthy rapists, pedophiles. It's disgusting. And I'm so sick of the Hollywood neoliberal that is like backing Biden. Oh, you burn bros. Alyssa Milano. Let me show you this. This is Alyssa Milano. NRA helped elect Bernie Sanders. Why won't he admit it? Wait a minute, Alyssa. Let's back up a second. She's married to Dave Bugliari, a top partner at CNA, a talent agency that sent women to Harvey Weinstein. Like, she didn't know about that? She didn't know about Harvey Weinstein? How could we all know? Like, remember Hillary said that? Boy, how could we know? Harvey donated to your campaign. CAA currently represents Biden. Time's Up, the CAA Me Too initiative, is led by Hillary Rosen, a Biden surrogate, and Roberta Kaplan, a former attorney for Weinstein. So even the Time's Up, the CAA Me Too and thing, is just, they have taken something that started as a like, no, this Me Too, like everybody speaking up, and they've weaponized it. And Alyssa Milano, you're deplorable. You're disgusting. So let me guess, if that woman told that exact same story about Bernie Sanders or Trump, you would be like, yeah, but about Biden, you're going to back off. This is what is the problem with this filthy, corrupt two-party system. And look how it's all paid for. It's all bought. This is bought. Where's the Me Too movement against Joe Biden? Where is it? Where is it? When Me Too was going, where was it? How come it didn't go after Biden? How come it didn't go after Bill Clinton? These are the sexual assault allegations against Bill Clinton. This is in Business Insider, June of 18. 4 women over the past few decades have publicly accused Bill Clinton of sexual assault or harassment. By the way, what that woman said that Biden did to her, that's sexual assault. You don't get to just put your hands inside of somebody's body and, well, that's sexual assault. So Biden raped that woman. Amid ongoing national attention, issues of sexual assault and workplace harassment, Democrats and others on the left are beginning to re-examine their response to the allegations against Clinton. They re-examined, but then just sort of didn't do much about it. So if you're going to sit there and say Kavanaugh's guilty, sounded like he was pretty guilty, he lied about, I was never drunk. That was a blow-faced lie. You can't pick and choose here. This notion that the Democratic Party is somehow better or morally more just. For Republicans, they're all filthy and corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Abuse happens when someone in a position of authority gets away with it, like a priest or a woman that abused me. I was small, I was 3. And we were left in her care. I know so many men that were abused by a female babysitter. She was good friends with my mom. My mom to this day still defends her. And that's just the power dynamic of a family, not the power dynamic of a senator who then becomes vice president, who is now running for president and is being pushed by CAA, who we know are in bed with the CIA. I mean, I've done I've done this thing. I've shown you I'll show it to you real quick. The propaganda multiplier, right? I've shown you this before, right? So the propaganda multiplier, the White House, the CIA, and the Pentagon put their information down. That's what, so they make it seem like, but included in this, what isn't in this, is also part of the media is show business. So I've done this, that all these media pundits that seem like they're all on different sides of the spectrum, they all have the same agents. You see how this is all connected? So this complete Joe Biden just gets a free pass. He gets a free pass on clearly having dementia. He gets a free pass on his war record. And now he's getting a free pass on being a rapist. Because the talent agencies are a part of this propaganda multiplier. The big talent agencies, CAA, UTA, these are big agencies. And they all represent the same people. Biden, Anderson Cooper, those $1 million, those people that make, $5 to $10 million, those journalists working for those big, one of the 15 billionaires that own all of the media. Do you see how it all works? You see how it's all coordinated? So that's when they ask those loaded questions of Bernie Sanders. Oh, how are we going to pay for your Medicare for all? We just gave out a $2 trillion bailout plan. No one in the media asked how we're going to pay for it. Nobody. And actually, that's a hidden number. It's more like $6 trillion because they gave the banks, of course, way more money. Nobody's asking how we're going to pay for that. Do you see how that's all connected? I know it might seem like I'm getting a little bit off topic, but it's actually not. The fact that this woman has come out against Joe Biden, and there isn't just, this should be 24/7 on the news cycles, right? Woman comes forward accusing Biden of rape. Boom, that should be everywhere. Rachel Maddow should be talking about it. Everybody should be talking about it. They're not. Joe Biden keeps getting a free pass because he's propped up because of this. Because of this. But let's not forget, too, part of this media machine is a lot of sexual assault and pedophiles and sex trafficking. There's Harvey Weinstein. Just went to jail for 23 years. My guess is he made some kind of a deal. He's got COVID-19, so there is a God. Believe me, there's a God. He's going to die of COVID-19 in jail, more than likely. That's fine by me. He's given $2.3 million. These are all the big-name Democrats. Hillary, how could she have known? Chuck Schumer just signed off on that bullshit stimulus plan that screws workers and small business owners get a loan, right? Small business owners get a loan if they keep their employees. Okay, that's not bad. Big corporations can get the loan. They don't have to. They can lay people off, fire them. It doesn't matter. Just a little sidebar on that one. There's Al Franken. There's Liz Warren. There's Kamala Harris. There's John Kerry. There's Cory Booker, right? These are all the people that he's given money to. Obama, to the committee. That's why they gave this guy a free pass. Joe Biden. Oh, Jessica Lee Collins. I was a student at Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. when coerced and abducted by Deborah Palfrey, the D.C. madam who trafficked me to Jeffrey Epstein and Andrew Windsor. I was trafficked to many, including Joe Biden, John McCain, and others while in the White House today. Didn't even know about her. There's Ghislaine Maxwell, who Virginia Roberts, another woman, called her a madam. She was one of Epstein's many madams who would, traffic these girls. She'd groom them, go to them. Oh, we're going to make you a famous model. That's, if you watch that woman's story, this other woman, Jessica Lee Collins, she has numerous YouTube videos telling her story. Same thing with Virginia Roberts accused Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell is a pedophile and a sex trafficker. Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Where's the outcry? Keep telling us crazy burn bros. Because here's the thing. This is a parody account, MSDNC. Sanders falls to last place among 2,000 2020 contenders for number of credible female accusers. 0. Where are Bernie's accusers? Oh, that's right, he doesn't have any. They would, believe me, if there was female, they would have come out. Hillary would have found them in 2016. Rapist, 2 pedophiles, and a Democratic socialist with no women accusing him. Okay, America, hey, any blue will do crowd. Just tell me how explain to me how how Biden is different than Trump. Explain it to me. Ties to Epstein. He was on Epstein's plane. William Barr has done nothing to prosecute any of these Epstein people. Nothing. That's Trump's guy. Acosta, Trump's guy, gave Epstein the sweetheart deal in 2009. It's disgusting. Joe Biden is a rapist and a pedophile with ties to Epstein. But he's better than Trump. Like, do you want Medicare for all in the middle of this crisis? Dementia. I mean, there's 40 things that make Biden awful, just as awful as Trump. This alone, this one thing, this one woman, this should be it. This should be, how come the mainstream media isn't talking about this? Because I explained it to you. They're all paid to push the ruling class. The ruling class is fine with either one of these idiots. They don't want that guy. Bernie's not perfect. He doesn't fight hard enough. He's got a great platform. He's great at rallying people. He doesn't fight hard enough. He doesn't fight hard enough. I wish he would fight hard enough because he could slam dunk these idiots. Two of these morons. Look at these two pedophile rapists. That's the Democratic Party, cheating in their own primary, to put this guy. This is the guy the Democratic establishment is behind. This is the guy they're screwing. This is the guy the media is propping up. This is the guy that they keep smearing. All right, no, vote any blue will do. He says this is his friend. When he goes, Joe Biden's my friend, he's not your friend, Bernie. He's a fucking rapist. He's a piece of shit. Stop saying he's your friend. He's not. And if Bernie, sounds like he's going into the convention, sounds like Bernie's not going anywhere, which I hope, but if he tells me to back this guy, fuck no, this is another reason I will not back him. I'm not a Democrat. The Democratic Party doesn't own my vote. I'm an independent. I'm only voting for this guy because he's the first person in my entire lifetime to actually represent the things that I want, that we now COVID-19 is showing us we desperately need. COVID-19 is showing how awful America's capitalist, for-profit, everything is. Everything. For-profit prisons. Prisoners are dying. COVID-19 spreading through the prison system. Our for-profit healthcare system, we don't have enough. We're the richest country in the history of the world. We have how many billionaires? How many cars does like LeBron have and Kim Kardashian have, but we don't have masks? We don't have masks. We don't have masks for frontline medical workers? Okay, great. Awesome. But we idolize celebrities who cover up for a rapist. Great system. America, you got a fantastic system. Just a fantastic system. So, I applaud this woman for coming forward. I can't even, like, I came forward a year ago, and it's 1/1000th of what this woman's having to go through. I can't even begin to imagine that. I can't even begin to imagine. So, I'm glad she came forward, and I hope everybody share this video. Share this to your Any Blue Will Do fans. Your friends and family that think Joe Biden is good, an honorable guy, and the Democratic Party is solid. Why does the Democratic Party keep screwing Bernie and pushing this guy? Because he's part of the billionaire, pedophile, rapist ruling class. Glad Katie Halper had that and put that out there. When that whole interview comes out, listen to it. We'll try to get Katie on the show. She does great work. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Get this out there. I'm not getting money from Boeing or Raytheon or any of the maggot-ridden corporations that just got a $2 trillion bailout by these idiots. you know, so support me at Patreon and Rockfin and all that business. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button and the subscribe button, even if you've done it before, because they're unsubscribing, many of you, every day. Watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Also, support us at patreon.com/GrahamElwood or rockfin.com/GrahamElwood. Rockfin.com is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are on Rockfin ad-free. Thanks for watching.